Hello, Mr. and Mrs. Brookings Harbor and all the fishing boats at sea. I'm Bruce Ellis, and this is the Insider Report. So sit back, relax, and let your ears do the walking as I fill you in on what's going on in the area this weekend and beyond. Well, hello, and welcome to this week's show that keeps you in the know. And there's no Cat today. She's out for this Monday, and so, hey, it's just little old me on St. Patty's Day, and happy St. Patty's Day to everybody. I hope you had a good one, because when you hear this, it'll be over. But it's all right. I hope everybody went out there and had some fun this weekend. Yeah, we just went over to a friend's house, let Junior play around a little bit with a buddy of his, and that was pretty much it for the weekend. It was a stormy weekend. 70 mile per hour winds, I understand. That's crazy talking. The ocean was looking wild. I'm going to tell you that right now. So, yeah, most of you probably just stayed in like I did because of the weather. But, hey, if you got out and had some fun, very cool, because we got a lot of stuff still going on. So I'm going to get right into it because it's like all by myself, except for I got a great guest here. So before we get going, I'd like to thank the Oregon South Coast Fishermen, otherwise known as the Castaways. There's your first hint. And Oregon Coast VIP Marketing for sponsoring the Insider Report. And if you'd like to sponsor our show or one of the other fine shows here at KCIW, just go to kciw.org and you will be on your merry way. Well, speaking of guests here and the Oregon South Coast Fishermen, those castaways, those crazy guys, we got Dave Kuehn in the house again because he's not on the boat out there. He don't want to be nowhere near that ocean, do you, Dave?
No, sir.
How you doing, bud?
Yeah, good. Man, I'll tell you, what a storm we had yesterday. That wind and the rain and the river.
Yeah.
I mean, we just watched it get closer and closer, and it actually came over my bank to my house.
Uh-huh. I saw that, yeah.
I mean, it was, look, it's right there at my fishing rod.
Well, Chrissy, the estuary there, she had pictures going, this never came up this close before, but I've seen it up close at your place like that before out there. I've seen that a few years back, and it gets there every once in a while, so it can happen.
Crazy time.
Yeah.
Crazy time.
I mean, you just got to cast your pole like right.
Yeah, right.
You got to anyway. It's a lot.
So,
catch a log.
Yeah, that was, I tell you, there must have been 1,000 trees. Speaking of logs, I think there were 1,000 trees that went by my house.
You'd be losing your line real fast on that one. Yeah, it's crazy.
Probably all down at Sport Haven Beach getting ready to be toothpicks or something.
But when this stuff does stop, what's going on out there?
Serious now. We're here for a fishing report.
Yeah.
Hopefully a catching report soon.
There you go.
Okay, so the PFMC just met last week and a half ago, and that's the Pacific Fisheries Management Council, and they meet and they come up with 3 alternatives for salmon seasons. Then in April, when they meet again, they'll finalize the alternative. But I do have some information, which is kind of exciting. So one of the alternatives, we'll call it Alternative 1. They have a little Chinook season. We didn't think we'd have any Chinook opportunity off the Brookings, king salmon. But they have a little window. If it's passed, we would have May 16th through June 4th to fish for kings out here in the ocean. That's pretty cool. So you could keep a wild or hatchery king salmon. And that's, again, it's only May 16th to June 4th. Not official yet, but hopefully it will. But during that time, you cannot keep any coho, which are silvers.
Okay.
However, speaking of coho, in Alternative 1, from Cape Falcon to the California-Oregon border, which is us, June 7th through August 24th is a fin-clipped coho season. So they'd have to be a hatchery coho to keep. You'd have to release the wild ones. But there are supposedly plenty of coho silver salmon out there to catch. So we're looking forward to a pretty decent season, especially if we have that little bit of Chinook in the beginning. So fingers crossed that they'll go with Alternative 1.
That's right. Okay.
All right, so there's the salmon update.
There's the salmon.
But there's more salmon. The springers are now starting to show up in the Rogue River. And I'll tell you, that's spring fever. Like, everybody starts talking about it. It gets really crowded when the springers show up.
Yeah.
So it's starting to happen up there.
They're starting to get crazy heading up. Huh?
Yeah, especially after this, when this river drops, should be game on for springers on the Rogue. May 1st, we'll have a halibut season opener, and that goes all the way to October 31st. When we can get out here, we can still do our bottom fishing, 4 rockfish, 2 lingcod. Beginning July 1st, you'll be able to keep a cabezon, but that's down the road. Surf perch are showing up. March, April are good months to fish for surf perch. And they're quite fun to catch and tasty too. And you can do that from shore. You don't need a boat.
Right.
Most people fish for surf perch on the shore because you're fishing in the surf.
That's
I
right.
think that's something to do with our
That's
name.
how it goes with it, yeah. Otherwise, you're in the water just dropping a line.
But wait, there's more. Steelhead's pretty much over with this high water now. I think we're done collecting broodstock. We ended up doing okay. 74 fish were collected for the broodstock program where we take them to the Elk River hatchery to breed them, make the babies. And so we've got 38 males, 36 females. So that's not too bad. That's better than we've done the last 3 years as far as getting broodstock. And then finally, I did talk about springers. So I think we've covered the fishing.
Yes. Do you have a meeting coming up that people can go to?
Yes, actually, it's in 2 days. So we have a meeting coming up this Wednesday.
But this will be on Wednesday, so if they hear it, they could get there during the night.
Yeah, it's the 19th, Chetco Library, 5:30 p.m. We run an hour and 15 minutes. It's boom, boom, and great information will be presented. Got a nice raffle. Some cool prizes.
Perfect. That's great. They'll be able to hear it before before it happens and go,
That's
hey,
awesome.
we can go catch that.
That's right.
That's right. Go see Dave, that guy we heard on the radio. All right, Dave. Thanks a lot for bringing it on here. And I think you and Mary Lou have a dance date there, sir. Is
Yeah.
dance
Back to
St. Patty's Day one?
I think, and we're doing some of those, whatever they call Irish.
Yeah, Irish jigs.
Jig.
Irish
Not a gig, a jig.
You get a gig if you do the Irish jig. Yeah.
So we'll go do some of those.
Right on.
right.
Good deal. Always good to have you on board, man.
Thanks, Bruce. Always a pleasure.
Till next time.
All right, till next time.
Have a good one.
Bye-bye.
All right, always good to have Brother Dave on board with the fishing report. Now let's get going into the music schedule. On the 22nd and the 29th, Brookings Harbor Farmers Market, 10:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. That'll be Cisco will be playing. And then it'll be on the 28th at the Chetco Activity Center, 11 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. Mike Powell will be playing on the 28th at Chetco Brewing Company, 6 to 8. Patty Ann on the 21st, she'll be at Pete's Bar and Grill there on Railroad, 6:30 to 8:30. The Mighty Steelheads will be playing at the Inateca on the 22nd at 8 p.m. Black GTO on the 21st, they'll be at Inateca at 8 p.m. And then on the 22nd, they'll be at the Sound Lounge in Grants Pass, 9 p.m. to midnight. And the Inateca Music Friday runs from 7 to 9 and Saturdays 8 to 10. On the 20th, they've got Elk Witch and King Horn. On the 21st, they got Black GTO. On the 22nd, the Mighty Steelheads. On the 28th, Stand-Up Comedy. And on the 29th, we got Morgan and Schmidt. And then Misty Mountain Brewing, music runs there from 6 to 8. On the 28th, they've got Lon Goddard. And then over at Augustino's, on the 23rd, we got John Canlin at 2 p.m. And on the 30th, Danielle and Ohana at 2 p.m. Hey, and that's it for this month's music report that's going on. I'll have another one pretty soon because I'm working on it for the paper. And I'll be getting that to us real soon. But if you have some music out there, if you're in a band and you want to get your stuff on the radio and in the paper, all you got to do is send it to CaptainCurry541@gmail.com, and I will take care of that for you. All right, hey, we got Chetco Library scheduled. They got weekly events on Tuesdays at 10:30 a.m. It's story time, stories, songs, and games for young children. On 1:30, they got the chair yoga class, a beginner's yoga class that focuses on seated positions. Wednesdays at 1:30, after-school activities, homework help, a creation station, and snacks for school-age kids. Thursdays, they got a 1:30 p.m. chair yoga class, a beginner's yoga class that focuses on seated positions. 4 p.m. after-school activities, homework help, STEM projects, and games and snacks for school-aged kids. And then at 5:30 p.m., Easy Flow Yoga, a beginner's yoga class that includes poses which require getting up and down on the floor. And then on Saturdays, they got 1 p.m., they got the Saturday Shuffle, Magic the Gathering, and more. Stop by the River Room every week for Saturday Shuffle, where players can bring their favorite deck and play Magic the Gathering. Gamers of all kinds are also welcome to bring their favorite card or board games from their own collections, or browse the library games and find a crew to play with. And then on the second and fourth Saturdays at 1 p.m., they got the Teens Teach Tech. Every Saturday between 1 and 3, drop by the library annex with your device or tech questions and get help from a trained cyber senior technology mentor. The mentors are young people who have been trained to teach technology to older adults and are standing by to help with your smartphone, iPad, or computer. This free service is presented in partnership with Harmony Music. Then on March 1 through 31, they've had the Youth Reading a Bingo Challenge March is National Reading Month. Read Across America is a national program that celebrates the joy of reading, especially by children. Kick off the month with the birthday of their beloved book's author, Dr. Seuss. Kids are invited to celebrate all month long. Stop by the library to pick up your bingo-style reading challenge card. You'll be invited to read in all sorts of interesting ways. In a bed, on your head, wearing red. Hey, the wacky challenges continue. Complete one row and win a small prize. Complete the whole card for a bigger prize. Need an idea of what to read? Ask Brenna. She'll help you to find the books you're sure to love. Then on March 19th from noon to 1, they got the Lifestyle Medicine Luncheon with Stephanie Polizzi. Bring a brown bag lunch and a friend and join Oregon State University Professor Stephanie Polizzi for a free class on lowering your blood pressure naturally. Join Stephanie to learn about the risks of high blood pressure and how simple food and dietary choices can prevent and in some cases even reverse hypertension. All are welcome, no registration required. Then on March 26th, we've got at 1 p.m. Craft and Connect with Kim. Join local crafter Kim for a step-by-step workshop on crafting driftwood and bottle wind chimes. Due to the limited supplies, registration for these monthly workshops are required. These workshops are designed for crafters 18 plus. And then the book clubs. March 20th to 5:30 p.m., they got the Pub Grub Book Club. This casual book club is for adult fans of graphic novels and takes place off-site at Misty Mountain Ruin in downtown Brookings. In March, the group will discuss Lighter Than My Shadow by Katie Green. Their space is limited, so registration is required. And then on March 26th, 5:30 p.m., you can look back a book club. In this new book club, adults and older teens are invited to revisit the classic books from their childhoods and dare to ask themselves, how do they hold up now? Are they just as good, worse, or maybe even better than we remember? Hey, for more info, you can visit ChetcoLibrary.org, follow them on Facebook, or you can call 541-469-7738. Hey, now it's time for quotes from famous people with Cousin Bruce. See, here are a few quotes from the world's greatest magician, Harry Houdini. He was born March 24th, 1874. He says, I am a great admirer of mystery and magic. Look at this life, all mystery and magic. What the eyes see and the ears hear, the mind believes. And it is still an open question, however, as to what extent exposure really injures a performer. And last but not least, no performer should attempt to bite off red-hot iron unless he has a good set of teeth. Hope you enjoyed this week's quotes from Harry Houdini with Cousin Bruce. Till next week, have a great one. That's right. I try to not bite on hot red irons, as often as possible. Hey, the Chetco Shrine Club is presenting the Jordan World Circus. This will be at the Curry County Fairgrounds in Gold Beach. Now, this is happening on the 18th and the 19th. So if you hear this, you got the 19th, one more day left, at 6:30 p.m. Hey, Elk Valley Casino presents Bad Moon Rising, a tribute to CCR. This is happening on the 21st at 8 p.m. Tickets are on sale now in person at the Points Club booth or online at etix.com in advance and on the day of the event. Doors open at 7 p.m. and the show starts at 8 p.m. You must be 21 or older to attend, and seating is a first come, first served kind of thing. That's right. And then we got Elk Valley Casino again presenting One of These Nights, tribute to the Eagles. This is happening on the 22nd at 8 p.m. Tickets on sale now at the Points Club booth or online at etix.com in advance and on the day of the event. Doors open at 7 p.m., show starts at 8 p.m., must be 21 or older to attend, and seating, once again, is first come, first serve. Yeah. Hey, and then we got the Curry Women in Business CCD. It's going to be a chocolate and peanut butter introductions at La Flor de Mexico, located at 541 Chetco Avenue in Brookings. This is happening on the 26th at 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. You finish off the month strong by connecting, learning, and growing with an incredible community of women in business. Hey, and this month's meeting will include a small business spotlight with yours truly, Bruce Ellis from the Insider Southern Oregon. That's right. I get to talk in front of these ladies, and that's going to be really cool. I'm going to enjoy that. Chocolate and peanut butter introductions by all attendees. Come prepared to tell us about yourself, your business or organization, and tell us what you want from your WIB CCD group. Fun raffle prizes, bring something to share, whether it's product, gift cards, artwork, or merchandise. Let your imagination shine. Here's what you'll experience. You'll have access to valuable resources, build meaningful relationships with other women in business, and learn from expert speakers and share ideas in a supportive environment. You can enjoy complimentary refreshments with beverages available for purchase. Share with a friend and join the fun. You can RSVP at eventbrite.com. /E/127-8533-109949. That's a long one. Hey, it's about women in business. They are dedicated to supporting women in Coos Curry and Douglas counties by providing monthly opportunities to connect, learn, and grow. Their meetings foster an inclusive, empowering atmosphere where ideas are shared, successes are celebrated, and collaboration thrives. Yeah, like I said, I'm looking forward to doing that, talking in front of them. When I was ran for mayor many moons ago, I got to talk in front of all the different organizations in town. That was a pretty cool experience. And so, hey, it's not like I'm accustomed to speaking in public. Hey, Azalea Gardens, Monarch Memory Care, and Short Pine Senior Living is presenting Tech Savvy Senior. This is Connecting Made Simple workshop. This will be at Azalea Gardens Senior Living, located at 755 Elk Drive in Brookings, on March 26, 3 p.m. This engaging session is designed to help seniors navigate the digital landscape and stay connected through technology while ensuring their safety online. They are pleased to welcome the guest speaker, Tricia Bartlett-Iverson, and members of the Teens Teach Tech Project will also be present to share their insights and assist participants in hands-on activities. They're excited to have this dynamic group join them, bridging the generational gap and fostering a collaborative learning environment. During the workshop, they will cover key topics including senior-friendly devices, learn about user-friendly technology options that cater to seniors' needs, social media, discover how to use social media platforms to maintain connections with family and friends, digital entertainment, explore various digital entertainment options, including music, playlists to enrich your leisure time, and avoiding online scams. That's a good one. Gain valuable insights on recognizing and preventing online scams to protect yourself, because they're out there in force nowadays. Hey, the Harbor Game Con 2025 is happening on March 29th at 8 p.m. at Brookings Elks Lodge, number 1934. Harbor Game Con is back for its third year. The convention will once again be 100% free to attend and open to all ages. Harbor Game Con 2025 will be hosting the following events: a schedule of tabletop role-playing and board games, a cosplay contest, board game library, open card games, tables for Magic the Gathering and Pokemon, Magic the Gathering pack giveaway, vendors selling crafts, toys, games, and cards, food and beverages available for purchase. To be notified when games are added to the schedule as well as early game sign-up, you can check out their newsletter at harborgamecon.com. Del Norte and Tribal Lands Seed Exchange 2025 will be at the Del Norte County Fairgrounds main exhibit hall in Crescent City. This will be happening on the 29th, 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. There's free seeds and plants, free workshops, garden vendors, food vendors, kids activities, silent auction. You can bring your extra seeds and plants if you want. No donations are necessary, but this is a fundraiser for the DNATL Community Food Council. For more info on this, you can call 707-460-1606. And Brookings Recorder Ensemble is looking for people to help them in the exploration and enjoyment of playing music for the recorder. They meet at the Chetco Activity Center on Wednesdays from 1 to 2:30 p.m. You can bring your recorder and a music stand, and music will be provided. All right, so now it's time for a bit of real history with old Bushwhacker Bruce. Right, g'day mates, Bushwhacker Bruce here, and welcome to this week's bit of real history for your knowledge pleasure. Did you know that a soprano singer of the early 1900s also was a nurse and a heroine during the World War I? It's true. Here's the story. Nellie Mortel, from 1884 to 1953, was born in Paris. Her mother was English and her father was French. She was trained as a singer at the Conservatoire des Prairies. Martel was a soprano opera singer in Paris who made her professional debut in 1907 at the Grand Opera in Paris. Well, she joined the Opera Comique in 1909. She sang many parts there and performed in several premieres. She sang in London's Covent Garden in 1910, and she was a frequent model in fashion magazines. She advertised gowns by famous Paris designers. She became a French heroine by working as a Red Cross nurse during World War I. She served in the 1916 Battle of Verdun and earned the nickname of La Fille de Verdun, the Fairy of Verdun. She also worked as a nurse during the Second Battle of the Aisne in 1917. She didn't just do cameo roles at military hospitals. She heroically worked in dangerous, close to the front hospitals. Her nursing career included being wounded and gassed several times. She was awarded the Croix de Guerre for her dangerous work during the war, and after the war, she was a nurse to the victims of the 1918 flu epidemic. Well, later, Martell partnered with an automobile race car driver in creating a charitable medical foundation. And somehow, Nellie found time to have a personal life and was married to the famous French artist George Scott. Well, I hope you enjoyed this week's Pure Real History with yours truly, Bushwhacker Bruce. Until next time, always keep it real. Yeah, that's right. There's something there. Woman maybe nobody ever heard of, but she did a lot. Hey, KCIW is giving folks a chance to speak their mind on a show called the KCIW Soapbox. Basically, KCIW is offering 2 minutes of airtime to anyone who has something to say. There are a few rules, of course. No cussing, no slandering, no advertising. But hey, other than that, the folks can share what's on their mind. Studio is open every Wednesday from 2 to 3 for people to come in and record, vent, and get it off your chest. There you go. Hey, game night at the Whimsical Griffin, located at 615 Chetco Avenue by the Redwood Theater, is on Tuesdays and Fridays from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. You got Magic the Gathering, Dungeons and Dragons, and board games, and a lot more. Hey, Meals on Wheels, volunteers needed. If you'd like to do something that'll make you and those you help very happy, if you'd like to do something to help give back to the community you love, hey, if you would like to help out your fellow human beings, then Meals on Wheels is looking for you. By delivering a hot meal to those who are home-ridden, not only help someone who is hungry, but you also bring a bit of kindness into their lives. A friendly face for them to see every day and social contact they may not have otherwise. There are 3 routes that deliver hot meals to about 60 seniors on a daily basis. Each route takes about 1.5 hours. You can volunteer by the day, the week, bi-weekly, bi-monthly, even if it is just 1 day a week, 1 day a month, whatever works for you. Every little bit helps. If you're interested in helping out in this great cause for the community, you can contact Meals on Wheels via the Chetco Activities Center, 541-469-6822. So we're going to give a shout out for the Brookings Harbor Boy Scouts of America. That's right, they're scouting for new members. Boys and girls are invited. Troop 32 and Troop 4032 are now accepting new scouts, as well as adults interested in volunteering. Scouts are able to join the troops from 5th grade to age 17. Adults are able to volunteer as long as they are over 21 years old, are able to pass a background check, and willing to spend about an hour and a half completing a youth protection training course. They meet at Scout Hall 7 to 8:30 p.m. every Monday night, except on holidays. You can meet the troops and learn more about what the Scouts are doing around here by going to Scout Hall, 414 Azalea Park Road in Brookings. Troop 32 Scoutmaster is Mark Hagland at 541-661-2749. And Troop 4032 is Scoutmaster Rebecca Wilson. You can reach her at 707-951-3647. And hey, one more important one here. American Red Cross. The Curry County blood drives are happening. The need for blood is constant, and sometimes that need becomes critical. Since the beginning of the year, hundreds of blood drives have been canceled, and more than 16,000 blood and platelet donations have gone uncollected due to severe winter weather and wildfires. So the American Red Cross needs you to make an appointment to give blood. To do that and help out, you can call 1-800-RED-CROSS or visit redcrossblood.org. Give something that means something. Give blood. It's always a good thing. Curry Public Library, located at 94341 3rd Street in Gold Beach, has a Memory Cafe Curry. Memory Cafe Curry will meet the 3rd Wednesday of every month from 10:30 a.m. to 12 p.m. at Curry Public Library in Gold Beach. To register for the program, you can email memorycafe@cplib.net or call 541-247-7246. A Memory Cafe is an informed social gathering for older adults living with memory loss and their care partners. Care partners may include, but are not limited to, spouses, siblings, children, or friends whose social lives are often just as affected as their loved ones. Memory cafes are designed to be a casual, stress-free gathering to allow care partners the opportunity to relax and socialize with others in the same situation. Memory Cafe will be staffed by a qualified social service provider, library staff, and volunteers. So there you go. Very good thing. Lots of good things going on in the community. Well, that's it. Got the Flying Fickle Finger Fate. It's time to close out this week's show. Before I go, I'd like to give a shout out to our fearless producers, Ray and Tom, for all the great work each week, helping us bring our show to the airwaves. Thank you all for tuning into this week's Insider Report. And please make sure to tune in on a daily basis to KCIW 100.7 FM and listen to all the fine shows that they have to offer. You can catch all the show podcasts, including the Insider Report, by going to kciw.org. And hey, while you're there, you can check out the live streaming that's available as well. Hey, until next week, this is Cousin Bruce Ellis, and hope Cat will be back with us next week doing just fine. And I'm signing off. Please support local businesses, keep it real, and spread the love and the peace every chance you get. And hey, we'll see you out there. Bam! The Lone Band.
For music credits for the preceding show, go to kciw.org/credits.